Hello. This is an emergency room in a sense that it is the emergence of the overflow of unconditional love, inner peace and compassion. The instantaneous, spontaneous expression of it that needs its home. It has a home. It's a home of a gathering space for sharing it. Over time, there's been hundreds of people that in some form or the other has come and asked for something. For those that are joining, I welcome to this sacred gathering space of an overflow. That is a word that will be used to describe the overflow of joy and the overflow of unconditional love that is present and is offered to alleviate suffering. It is love, the realization of love, that alleviates suffering. And in that realization, there is right action, it's spontaneous, it's creative, it is truthful, wrapped in wisdom, energized with joy. It's a movement from fear to love, from sorrow to joy. From chaos to peace. From an ugliness to beauty. It's the movement. Realizing the essence of all things as unconditional love. A room in which unconditional love can emerge. The same healing of the body, the unconditional love will emerge and heal the spirit, alleviate the suffering. This is a gathering space in which that can be done. And when it's done in person, there's additional facilities. There's a proximity of energy. The presence of bodies gathered together in the name of love. Listening to truth silently witnessing the presence of unconditional love, the presence of compassion. And silently listening, being still to receive the healing. Less likely for the mind to infiltrate, stealth, conspire, hide, all of which it wants to do in order to survive. In such an environment, peace, unconditional love, compassion, if that is all that is discussed and pointed toward, that is all that is known. In a sense, this is an emergency room, the emergency room of those things. And I am grateful and offer gratitude to those that join and share in the peace, unconditional love, and in the infinite compassion. Compassion is infinite. It is the nature of that which is, to be compassionate. Under all circumstances, because it is infinite. For those who are watching now and may watch once this is posted, experience it. That which is here, in the here, and in the now. Know that all is infinite. It is an infinite peace and an infinite love. And again, though this has been said over and over and over, it's accessible always to everything and everyone. And knowing that one can see it and experience it. In times when one is in pain and one is suffering, and that is expressed through fear, hatred, animosity, resentment, violence. One can peer so deeply into one's eyes, into one's soul, and see that all-pervading love, and do whatever one can in order to touch that space. Be the rock that lights that spark. And watch it shine. Watch it grow. Be inspired. Breathing in that divine guidance because you know you are in the presence of something sacred, something holy, something which may be mysterious at first, mistaken as a miracle, yet since it's all pervading, one realizes that every moment is a miracle, and every moment is the opportunity to love unconditionally and to express infinite compassion. Initially, allow the seed to root itself in that peace. In this peace, and so, brothers and sisters, in this stillness and this silence, this space is open for gathering. Doing what can be done in this moment in the now. Here, now. Now without distance, now without time. That timeless space of now. Simply sitting in the space of unconditional love and allowing it to be an overflowing with it. I'm grateful and grateful. Being energized, one must remember to stay hydrated. Sometimes a little bit more than others when the electricity is vibrant, resonating. gratitude to those that join. Inspired to hear, inspired to gather in this emergency room. Oftentimes the emergency is of that based on fear in order to tend to the body. And this is a room that is for the emergence of love to tend to the spirit. In the sense of alleviating suffering. With all the modes of communication that are received. For now I offer this, in knowing that there will be a space that opens up for this to be something done in person. That these words, peace, unconditional love, and infinite compassion will be heard as pointers to that which is nameless and shapeless, timeless, spaceless. And being that it's infinite, and it's here, if it's infinite, it's here, and it's now. It can be nowhere else separate than here and now. Just as you and I can be nowhere else separate than here and now ever. There is only always here, and there is only always now. There's an overflow. There is an overflow. Thought to capture it and allow it to be experienced if it is. Just simply joy. When Michelangelo chipped away a piece of stone, he only saw David in that stone until it was so smooth and so clear. The clarity of the beauty came forth. Same here. There is an overflow of chipping away, or through chipping away more and more thoughts, there's the overflow of beauty that arises. Hello, Sydney, from Brazil, I believe. Yes. Bringing light to peace, unconditional love, and infinite compassion. Though it is on Facebook Live, there is a quality to this. In person, there are more factors involved. More energy involved with being in the presence of what is being said and the other people that are in close proximity when gatherings happen in person. It shall be. Possibly with some of those that have gathered here on Facebook Live. I offer gratitude to those that have joined here and beforehand. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. Realize the essence within the heart, and it opens up the space for love to shine. It's the same love that created the stars. It's the same love that created the rose garden. It's the same love that allows human beings to see rainbows and to imagine unicorns, or perhaps see one or two every now and then. It is the same love that allows the laughter of an infant to enter your heart. It is one love that is loving unconditionally. And when we come together, we feel all right in that one love. And when gathered in that one love, which is now, because we are gathered on a planet, that's another realization. Though it may seem one generation is separate from another, that too is an illusion, because we are gathered, even influenced by the story of history. So even history is gathered with us here. That story. Knowing that collective consciousness that leaves all, it's infinitely inclusive. It's infinitely inclusive. The one love that is here and now. There is 7 point something billion people here. And the animals and the plants and the whole ecological, biological system of things is here and now. And as human beings, we are granted the opportunity to realize the essence of love in order to alleviate the suffering that may be happening to those that identify with the story of suffering. And in knowing that unconditional love is infinitely available, it can be instantly accessed in order to alleviate that suffering. That is compassion, realizing the essence of love, the power of love, what it can do. And in one's own life you can see that, and historically it can be exemplified by individuals, events, in the most horrific circumstances. There is always a gem of beauty. And this is what is arising in this emerging in this room, this gathering right here, right now, as people join this Facebook Live event. It's a method for now, and it's the resource that's available now, yet in person, there is a richer context to it. And those gatherings will happen. There will be a space, either provided or created, either way, and it shall be. And when it's created, I offer an open invitation now to wherever it may be. And if you call me on it beforehand, I will attempt to actually get you there, wherever it may be. Might have opened my mouth prematurely. I welcome everyone who's gathering. Again, as I wrote in the post, this is an emergency room where the thoughts continue to disseminate, fade away, and there's this grand, gorgeous emergence of this distinct overflow of unconditional love and thought to share it. It's been constant for a while, and within the last few weeks has been very distinct, very blatant, very blatant. Perhaps looking for a home. There's been continuous outreach over the last 8 years of people in Davis primarily, and then during the tour in which people came, random. I could sit here and tell the stories of spontaneous, simultaneous happenings of healing, unforeseen instances of healing. Grateful for all of them. And with an intuitive sense that is now time for it to find its place in a physical place where those that seek shall find. Yes, there are those that have come to seek the man that sits at the compassion bench, who say that and share what their suffering is. And that man does what he can, what he's able to do. Sometimes simply listening, sometimes offering presence, sometimes sharing wisdom based on truth. and gratitude occurs on its own, because gratitude is grace. In receiving grace, gratitude reflects it. That is why I offer gratitude. That is why I offer gratitude to those that gather here, because I know it is because of grace. Think of all the things that needed to spontaneously and simultaneously occur in order for this to be. All the things that are happening right now in order for this to be. Breathing in air, blood circulating within this body and bodies that are gathered. The actual movement forward, timeless movement, spaceless movement of silence that moves forward to allow form to continuously manifest in this moment. That is a miracle. And it's provided constantly in order for this as a possibility to happen. It's all happening. This is it. This is love. This is unconditional love. Hmm? Quite simple. Quite joyous. Hmm. I hear you. I hear you. Hmm. The substratum of these words, the substratum of this experience is that which is infinite, infinitely aware, infinitely empty. of which these words and forms arise, of which is the core of I am, you are, we are, this is. Loving, a loving, shapeless, formless energy. Again, gratitude for those that have joined. Here, through this technology, and here, at a macro scale on this planet. Everyone is here to fulfill a will and to fill its grace, the grace of that will. Every star shines for a purpose. Some shine for life. Some shine for guidance. Some shine for potential. Some simply shine because it's its nature to shine. Some shine for wonder, and some shine for perseverance, and some shine for resilience, and some shine for fear even. So that the ultimate creator of the stars can be revealed by life. Some say there was a phase of this formation of the universe in which there were no stars. simply gas floating. And through the force of unconditional love, light was created. And when that light was created, there were planets that were created, and on those planets there was life that was created. How miraculous. There's so much more to look forward to as these galaxies collide and form new stars. Imagine what the next stage may be. One can imagine. One can imagine and already be grateful for whatever that is. Hold true to love. Hold true to unconditional love. Hold it true in the heart because it is always there. Hmm. Gratitude for this gathering in this emergency room. Gratitude to you all.